Drew McIntyre is your WWE champion. Yes, that's right. Drew has finally stopped being screwed and he has finally won the WWE Undisputed Championship after an incredible, honestly surprising 3 Stages of Hell match against Cody Rhodes on this past Friday night SmackDown. I'm honestly surprised when this match was announced, and throughout this feud, I just didn't feel that this would be real. I always expected that Cody will win and take the WWE Championship into WrestleMania and maybe lose it there or latest SummerSlam. Especially after this past year where we only really just had two champions, where the title did change, between only two people, and those two people, one of those people, Cody, had it twice. It was between him and John, and I think that's been the main issue with WWE. Sometimes it just feels like we don't have that surprise factor where anything can happen on just television, PLEs, or anything. Like, it just doesn't feel, where things can just change at a whim. And, I feel like WWE has been missing that. An example was, when Jey Uso won the Intercontinental title against Braun Breaker on a regular episode of Monday Night Raw, when nobody would have thought Jey was going to win that match. But he did. And it surprised many people. And I think WWE has been missing that. And today, I think they got it right. First off, I do want to say, before people, say anything, no, I'm not a Cody hater. I love Cody. But I did think it was time for him to be away from the title scene just for a little bit. I do think it's time to give people like Drew and many others an opportunity with this title. And I think this is long overdue for Drew. Drew has been at this moment, I felt, for a while now. And I felt he should have probably already been WWE Championship maybe a year or 2 years ago. And I think Drew has done incredible work and fully deserves this opportunity. And I hope WWE does right by him and gives him an opportunity to flourish as a WWE champion. He hasn't had an opportunity to really hold a title in a few years now. And at least for a long time, he did win the World Heavyweight title, but was only champion for 5 minutes. And now that he has it, I'm really excited to see where this can go. I think Drew can be a great heel, and I think he's going to get the best out of anybody he works with. It doesn't matter who. But man, this match was just fantastic. If, my only concern, or, that thing that maybe grinds my gears a little bit, is that there wasn't an opportunity for Drew to have a clean win over Cody at least. Like, maybe if, we gave him, maybe where he beat Cody during the Falls Count Anywhere part of the match, because when he did win during the normal match, but of course he had to do that through a low blow, and then of course he wins the steel cage match through interference and help from Jacob. And that necessarily isn't a problem. I get it, they're trying to protect Cody, or I just would have liked it if they gave maybe Drew something a little bit more convincing over Cody. But, beggars can't be choosers. And I'm very, very happy that Drew now has his title. And what does it mean? It means something fresh. It means something new. And I don't think it's just for Drew. It's also for Cody. Cody has been in the limelight for a while now, ever since he's won the title at WrestleMania 40. And even before that, ever since his return, the limelight's been on him. And now it's going to be interesting to see him now just have a regular feud, more than likely with Jacob. And I think we're going to get the best Cody now, depending on where they go, because of course we can get him. If it is revealed that he was the one who attacked Jacob, we might finally get, Cody Lander. And that could be really interesting and something that we haven't really seen before. Or of course we can get some of the best Cody, which is Cody as a chaser for the title. If you go back to WrestleMania 39, WrestleMania 40, Cody was fantastic as the babyface who was chasing without the title. And that was some of the best Cody. Don't get me wrong, Cody's been good ever since he's been champion, but I think that was some of the best, promo work and just storytelling from Cody. And I think we'll more than likely get that again in the near future, but I just don't see Cody probably holding the WWE Championship probably for the rest of the year. But we should still focus on the man of the hour, which is Drew McIntyre. I'm so happy for him. This is a really big moment for him, and what's next? It's really crazy that, last year we had that incredible blood feud between Punk and Drew, and look at now. Punk is now the World Heavyweight title holder, and then of course Drew is a WWE champion now, so it's a little funny like that, but I think it's going to be great. Of course we do know now that he will be defending the title at the Royal Rumble, and we do know that we will find out who that is through the little tournament that they're having next week on SmackDown, which will lead into a Fatal 4-Way at Saturday night's main event. I do more than likely Sammy or Randy winning that. My bets are on Sammy, especially with the Royal Rumble being at Saudi Arabia, and we know how beloved Sammy is over there. So I'm pretty sure Sammy will be the opponent, and I think Sammy will get Drew, a great match out of each other. I think it's gonna be fantastic. I think Drew's really gonna be able to really be the best heel that he can be, that he's already been. And I think we're just in for a great story. Now, I don't see Drew holding this for over a year or even close to a year. More than likely, I can really see just Drew holding this to maybe WrestleMania, latest SummerSlam. Because I wouldn't be surprised, depending on the Royal Rumble winner, to probably decide to face Drew at WrestleMania. And I can see him losing it there, especially if it's someone upcoming like a Obafemi, Trick Williams, or even Roman Reigns, who is heavily favorited to win the Royal Rumble. So I'm just so happy for Drew. This is a big moment for him, and I think we're going to get the best out of him. And I think he's going to have a fantastic match with Sammy, Randy, or whoever it is that he does face at the Royal Rumble. And it's going to give him a chance to be in that big spotlight again. He hasn't really had that big spotlight on him since COVID. And he's going to have that now. He's going to be one of the main faces at the Rumble. I hope they give, if the winner of the Rumble is targeting him, I hope they give him that like Cody Roman moment where Cody was pointing at Roman before WrestleMania 40. Like that big moment. Just get all eyes on Drew. And I hope they really do, push Drew right now and give him all the faith, give him the pyro, the graphics, give him everything. Make him feel like the guy. Make him feel like this guy is must watch, because he is. He's fantastic on the mic. He's fantastic in the ring. His storytelling is amazing. And I'm so glad that Drew McIntyre is WWE champion. And I'm sure that this is going to be a great few months, or maybe even a year, depending on how long he does hold this title for. And I'm sure the babyface that does take it away, it is going to feel so rewarding, and it's going to be an amazing feud. This is just the beginning, and this is just Drew McIntyre as your WWE Undisputed Champion. Thank you.